What's up, everyone? Sebastian Castillo here, and I gave in to the digital nomad hype. I'm in Medellin now. Nothing too special, quiet street, but I'll show you guys more of the city in some later videos. But real quick, I wanted to make a video about this idea that in sales or in business, if people are going to buy something, they're going to buy it. If they don't want to buy it, then they're not going to buy it. It's not always true. The reason I mention that is because this offer I'm on right now, selling coaching for e-commerce, is only something I managed to do because I was able to blast through some resistance and shift some perspective. What do I mean? I think I might have mentioned in the previous video, but for those of you who haven't heard, I had an interview with this company and it went pretty well. And then I got onto a call with the owner and we did another interview, and within the first 5 minutes I had shared some information with him about how, first off, I'm not American, I'm Canadian, and I'm living outside the country. And immediately he put up resistance. He said, well, I'm sorry, man, we're only looking for someone from the US and living in the US. And I could have decided to just capitulate right there and say, oh, well, okay, bye. But I had nothing to lose. And deep inside, I truly felt convicted that I was going to help this company and that he would be making a mistake by getting off this call and not bringing me in. And so I objection handled, if you want to call it that, for 15 minutes on this call with him. And they decided to hire me, and now look, I've been doing this for a month and a half, and he's reminded me a couple of times, bro, I was almost not gonna hire you. I was this close, but I'm glad you talked me out of it because this team is awesome and you're doing an awesome job. Well, what do you know? The same principle, the same idea can be applied to any kind of sales that you're doing. You're talking to someone and you tell them a little bit about it. They ask a few questions and they start to say, oh, nah, I'm not interested, or nah, it's not for me. Are you sure? Have you really asked some questions here to make sure that this is actually going to be the right move for them or not? Because we got to get to the truth. When you're in sales and just in life in general, when you're talking to people, a massively underrated skill is just learning the truth about what someone is actually thinking and what they're doing and why they're doing something, why they're choosing not to do something, why they're choosing to do it. So my recommendation is to stand your ground and try to figure out what's going on. And if someone is going to be belligerent or insulting or just not cooperative, then it's of course up to you to decide when you want to just pull the plug. But stop giving up. Stop giving up so early. Same thing can be applied to speaking with women. I used to be of the mindset that if I go up to a woman and she's immediately not receptive to me, it means she doesn't like me. Now I see things differently. Now I recognize that firstly, a lot of women do get shy and nervous and anxious and act awkwardly or just freeze up when they speak to a guy who they like. Or especially in a public setting, when you're in a park, in a grocery store, even in a bar, a music festival, whatever it is, and you go up to a woman, you start speaking to her, she's not always going to be super into you from the jump. She's not always going to be super easy and receptive and just super warm and passionate. But if you stay in the game and if you use these skills of communication and try to figure out what's going on, and you almost treat it like a game, you almost find it fun to run into this kind of resistance, because then you know that when you're skilled enough, you can get people to shift their perspective. Not persuade, but influence them to see things differently, come over to your side to the point where they're either going to pay you or they're going to go out on a date with you and further stuff. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. Take care.